Imagine going from complete fear and confusion about the stock market to opening your very first brokerage account in your 50s. That's what one of the women who has taken my class has done. In this video, I'm going to explain to you my approach to teaching the market and how it's helped women transform their financial lives and why it's not too late for you. I can keep it real and say that the stock market can feel overwhelming. You know, it can seem like you're learning a foreign language. It's intimidating, complicated, and honestly, really easy just to avoid, right? And I know because I've been there. Before I learned about investing, I assumed that it wasn't for someone like me. But the fact is, the stock market is for anyone who is ready to start. Created a class that is simple, no fluff, that breaks down what the stock market is and the beginnings of investing. I'll teach it to you like you're a 5-year-old. I teach with real talk, relatable examples, a step-by-step approach, and I've been told that it's fun and engaging, but don't take my word for it. Here's what some of the women that have taken my class have said. Okay, so for example, Sherelle told me that she was at about a 2 or a 3 on a scale of 1 to 10 in understanding the stock market before my class. And after my class, she's gone to a 9. And she feels like my class gave her the clarity and the confidence that she needed to continue with her investing journey. Now, Jean, before she took my class, she also said that she felt like she was around a 2, and she was actually really afraid and intimidated by anything that had to do with the stock market. But now in her 50s, she has taken so many steps, and I'm so proud of her. She has improved her credit score. She has more savings than she's ever had, and she opened her first brokerage account, funded it, and has chosen investments in her 50s. So it is not too late for you if you think that it is. You're wrong. Dawn is another student who shared that she used to feel like learning the stock market was like learning a whole foreign language, and she found it to be pretty boring, and that most of the people that taught it in a very boring and unengaging way. But after my class, she said that she found it more approachable and fun even. You know, she is someone who actually does have some expendable income and wants to invest more, but just everything trying to learn about it was just too overwhelming and complicated, and my class helped to simplify things for her. And then there was Salama, who really hadn't looked much at the stock market beyond her 401k. But after taking my class, she got the confidence to start investing on a more consistent basis and to start making choices other than just in her 401k for investing for her future. So that was really exciting for me to hear. I've had other women who have taken the class reach out to me and say, hey, I started to make investments. My account is small, but I've already increased and become profitable by this many dollars. It's a small amount, but it's still exciting to see that the progress is possible and that it's there and that it can happen without $1 million, right? So I love to hear those kinds of stories from the women that have taken my class. I am back in Harriet Tubman III, my semi truck, and I wanted to tell you about my story. So I found myself completely unemployed with no way to make income during the pandemic. Everything that I did relied upon me showing up, and I wasn't allowed to show up. I was living in New York in the epicenter, and I wasn't allowed to do anything. And I just promised myself that I never would be put in the position where someone else was in control of me making money ever again. So I cried and lamented and was so down, and finally spoke to my god brother. I was actually asking him for help paying rent because I fell 8 or 9 months behind in my rent in New York. And asking him for help, he mentioned truck driving and asked me if I ever thought about doing that. And I said, absolutely not. But I did some research and I realized that trucks move everything and truck drivers are always going to be needed. So I got my CDL license and I thought, what else? Well, the what else was the stock market. I decided to deepen my knowledge about that. So I learned how to be an investor and I learned how to be a trader. Now, I'm not going to be teaching anybody about trading because I feel like it's very complicated and very involved. And you have to really, really want it and be obsessed with it and be willing to study 3, 4, 5, 6 years without being profitable in order to get there. However, long-term investing I've been doing since I was 26 years old, and I am middle-aged now. And I've been able to, through trucking and investing, take the money that I've put into the stock market, and because of compound interest, the money that I put in the last year of driving trucks has more than doubled. So let's say, I won't give you my exact numbers, but let's say I had put 5,000 into the stock market. I would have at this point, the way the money grew, more than 10,000 in the stock market. So the money that I put in this past year has more than doubled because that is the magic of compound interest. And that is what I want to teach women how to do. And seeing that magic work in my own life, I want to show other women how to get started in theirs, even if it's just starting on a very, very small scale at first. So that is my testimony of how learning how to be a long-term investor is getting me further along to where I want to be in terms of my financial independence journey. I have a number and I am steadfast in being dedicated and disciplined and consistent in getting there, and it is all thanks to the stock market. I'm being loaded. So the main thing I want you to take away from this is that it doesn't matter where you're starting. You can learn how to do this. It's not as complicated as the powers that be want to make us think it is. And you don't need $1 million to start. I personally myself started investing with $50. I would put $50 or $25 a month as I could when I first started. You could start with even less than that. It's about creating the consistency and creating the habit of investing in your future. You can do that. So the majority of the women who have taken my class so far have been in their 40s and 50s. And so that just goes to show that it is never too late to start investing. It's never too late to start anything new at all, like me driving a truck in my 40s. And certainly it's not too late for you to start investing, because if you are going to be alive for another 8 to 10 years, then you can make a lot happen to improve your finances. So never let anyone tell you that because you're in your 30s, 40s, or 50s, or beyond that, that it's too late for you to start investing. It is never too late to improve your financial situation. Okay, so what's stopping you? What's stopping you from taking that first step to improve your financial literacy education, to make that first step in starting to get your finances in order, to make that first step in being a long-term investor? What's the excuse? There isn't one. You should definitely take this class. It's free. Send me your email. I will send you a link so that you can take this class and get started to take control of your financial life, take control of your financial future, take control in improving your financial situation, no matter where you're starting. I am Essence Revealed, and I am on this journey from actor to tractor, financial independence, and life and location freedom, so that other women over 40 can see that it is never too late to start anything new, and it is never too late to start investing. So make sure that you subscribe, like, and share. Join my community, take my free class, start to learn that the stock market is not as complicated as you think it is. You can go from confusion to confidence in investing.